What's up, what's up? Today's September 28th. This is the 13th episode of the podcast I like to call Intrigue. And today we are at the lovely Perry Park out here in Ohio. And today I got a real good friend of mine, real close to me, one of the first members of the Intrigue family. Wasn't quite the first one,
yes,
but one of them. And it's my homie JW,
hey.
other known as James White. You guys can, whichever one you want to call him.
You can call me JW. That works.
Yeah, I mean,
I like it.
This man right here is a great friend of mine. He's been there for me more than most people have. And hopefully, you never know, he might be a regular on here. We don't know. We kind of just going with the flow today. He'll be joining me. And damn man, so how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Steve. How are you?
You know, I'm doing lovely. You know, you really can't be mad. I mean, I already got my workout in. It's only noon on a Friday, this lovely day.
I know.
I mean, damn, it's not raining, so that's a good thing.
It's beautiful. There's not even a cloud in the sky.
I was gonna say it might snow here in a couple minutes. You know, Ohio, but shit, man. So today I'm, you know, as I always like to say, this podcast called Intrigue. So I like to come on here and kind of just talk about, you know, what I find intriguing, what I find exciting lately, and I kind of want to open one up. Because I know it's kind of in your wheelhouse as well, since you are married with children, or at least one child right now.
One beautiful child.
And you definitely have more than enough experience to even talk about this. And shit, I might not even be able to talk about it, honestly, because I've been single for years. But, man, like, honestly, lately in my life, I mean, geez, you know, I just came back to the social media, you know, life, or side of life. You know, I just got that Facebook and Instagram back, and, you know, as somebody, like, as you know, I'm real laid back, always, you know, kind of just stay inside unless I'm at the gym or something, but other than that, you know, I'm not really in a great, like, you know, spot to just meet, you know, certain people, you know, certain ladies out, cause,
right,
so it's like, then today, you know, it's almost like, you know, it's like you almost kind of have to send DMs out sometime and every once in a while, and it's like, that's my number one thing I wanted to talk about today, is because I'm kind of finding it's like, it's not a life that I like to live, truly. And it's just this weird thing nowadays that, you know, everybody, at least through my experience, I should say, you know, everybody nowadays is posting what they want on Instagram and Facebook and, you know, wherever else you post that, and it's like, you know, it's real easy to get caught up in thinking that people live this special life or this great life, and it has all of us, you know, the average people that I like to say that live at home or whatever you're doing, just staying at home. You're not out here, you know, you're not traveling like all these people are. You're not making all this money like people are. And we get caught up in this day-to-day thing where it's like, that's a life we should be living and pursuing. And I feel like nowadays we're almost chasing this life, in my opinion, I should say at least, it's like we're almost chasing this life that doesn't even exist, you know? And it's like, I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, and I never will, but, you know, there's been a few ladies who, you know, I've talked to or whatever, and it's like, it's weird because it's like you feel like you have a connection with these people, or you have like a friendship with these people, and then you come to realize it's like, shit, I've never even met this person, or like I've only seen this person in person like a handful of times. I've never really talked to him as much as I do like through text. And it's weird, man. It's weird how to like I don't know if it's just me, but I really just find it really fucking weird that it's almost like you know people but you don't through text and like all this shit. And it's funky, man. It's like you can't even meet these people nowadays and have legit talks with them and see who somebody is, and not to keep going, but just my last little thing on it. It's like, dude, it's like I got these people that are just so quick to judge and so quick to like, you know, like cut you out, or like not even cut you out of life because you're never in it, but like these people that just like they instantly think that you're not what they want and you're not this person that they see on Instagram, so they instantly stop talking to you without even giving you a chance to like even go out on a date and stuff. And I don't know if I'm just being, you know, just like selfish here and just like, you know, of course just like mad or whatever, you know. It's like, but I don't know, it's just my take, man. I just feel like it's just nowadays everything around us, it has to do with what's on Instagram, what's on this, and I just kind of want to hear your take on it as a married man.
See, for me, I feel lucky that I don't have to go through that. I never really went through that. I kind of stayed away from, I mean, sure, when I was in high school, I was on Facebook when it was popular.
Oh, yeah, we all were.
You send a message to a girl you like, you know, hoping for a response. But because of that, I feel like when the time came to when you actually saw that person, let's say it was a girl, face to face, you couldn't be yourself because you were already being somebody else through a third party communication like Facebook.
That's a great point, man. Because like honestly, like for me, I'm not gonna sit here and try to act like every other person that we all say like, oh, I'm me at all times. Like I really try to be myself at all times. Like regardless if it's I've never met you and I'm talking to you through text, or if it's the first time I've ever met you and we're at a store or something, you know. But dude, I know like even friends of mine are like even people that I've like even girls that I'm talking to, you know, it's like yeah, that's a great point, man. These people just make up this fake life, like kind of like the whole point that I was going at.
Well, that's what it's doing. It's creating a different reality. You know
True.
what I mean?
Yeah.
This is not a face-to-face reality anymore. We have a social media reality.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like it's like almost like the things you would do in your real life are now being changed and altered because you don't want people to look at you a certain way on social media.
Dude, that's the thing, man. Like I'm just gonna reference to a movie real quick I just saw. It's not the greatest movie, but it's got a great point to it. It's Ready Player One. I don't know if you saw it.
I've yet to see it. I know that's Steven Spielberg, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, he did the movie. I'm not sure if he actually did I don't think he hasn't even wrote it. But anyway, so like the whole, I'm not going to ruin the movie or anything, but like the whole aspect of that is like exactly what you're saying. You know, our AI and our like our video games and everything gets so high tech that we end up being able to choose this life. Like you have. Like you and I right now, us in flesh, like we look, we're always going to look this way the rest of our lives.
Right.
But like in the movie, it's like you get to pick your avatar, like we do with our Facebooks, our Twitters, or like our emoji people, like even on like Fortnite and stuff, which I think we're going to talk about later on. It's like we slowly but surely we're getting to this point in life that we're molding who we want to be and who we want to look like. And in a way, it's cool. It really is cool to like express ourselves in different ways. Because dude, look at me, like I'm not the most popular person in the world, but like, look, I'm out here like aspiring to do stuff. Like I'm trying to get a podcast. Like it's something that I truly like doing. Like I love watching people do what they want to do and stuff. But it's at the same time, when does it almost become too much? Like that's not you at all. Like how are you gonna even live this fake life? But I don't know, man.
It's just easier for people.
Oh yeah, trust me, I do.
It's easier to, you know what I mean, create false image because you don't have to really have anything to back it up. You know what I mean? You just put it out there, and that's what it is, and that's all those people know. So it's easy to be somebody else on social media. It's easier to be somebody else through technology.
Dude, and this is like, okay, so this is where I'm having a tough time with it, is because, like, yeah, for all the times I think it is cool, but then all the times I think it's stupid, it's like, what's your opinion on it? Because, like, coming from me, like, my dad, like, especially my parents, I should say, are a lot more traditional, like, way of parenting growing up. Like, they want you to, always like step up to the plate when you do something wrong, take accountability for your actions and stuff. So it's like, for me, I've always been that type of person. It's like, yeah, like when life's going hard and stuff, like, yeah, there is always the easier ways to going out of it by, like blaming on somebody else or like, completely just taking yourself out of a situation and like making a situation that you want, But it's like, for me, it's like, I like to, face the music sometimes, and like actually, if I do something wrong or something, I like to make up for it. But that's just me. It makes me feel a lot more satisfied. But I know a lot of people aren't that way. A lot of people, especially nowadays, when we look at our phones and shit, man, it's like we want shit now, we want it then. Like
it's a scapegoat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. No, I feel it. But like,
yeah, escape. They use it as a scapegoat.
How do you feel about it then? Like, do you like where we're kind of going in life, or are you? Because like for me, man, like the best way I can describe myself, I'm I'm an older soul. From what I wasn't actually like there in the 80s, and I wasn't there in the 70s and shit, but like, or even way earlier, like 40s, 30s, 20s, like way before that, when if you wanted to talk to somebody or you wanted to get something done, like you had to go do it. You couldn't just rely on, oh hey, we're gonna meet up at this point in time, because I'll text you when I'm ready. So it's like, for me, it's like I'm just an old school person. I like old fashioned shit. I like doing things like yourself, or like you're talking to people like in person, it's like but I know a lot of people at the same time that love where we're going. Clearly, that's why we're gonna keep going that way, So it's my question to you. I don't know how you feel about going forward in life, like
I want people to understand what I really am about. I want people to really see me for me. I don't need to create anything that's not the real picture, just to feel better about myself. Like you said, we need to take responsibility for ourselves. We need to quit. We need to quit making excuses and finding easy ways out of things. And I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of relying on technology and social media and things like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just, I don't feel like that creates strong relationships at all.
Because man, like, and to go with the social medias and stuff, which, I mean, honestly, man, there are some great, aspects to it. Like, it's great for self-promoting. Like, if you're a physical therapist, or, you're just a personal trainer, you're a musician, you're an artist, whatever thing is out there, like, it is a great platform to get things out on. But like you said, it's to a point where it's like, for a lot of people, it's almost bad, because it's like, we're faking this thing. If it's not online, like, how are we doing things anymore? Truly, like, man, like, dude, I mean, I don't know if I'm just speaking out my ass here, but I feel like the average time that I go to any store or any fucking restaurant or anything and I talk to people, it's almost like, especially people our age or younger, even younger, like, our talking abilities and our social skills are so bad now, man. Like,
you can't even walk by somebody, Steve, and look them in the eye and say hello.
Dude,
without them pulling out their phones and looking at it and diverting their real reality, you know what I mean?
Bro, and it's literally my number one reason that I do this, is because it's like, it is sad that today's age, it's like, other than a few people like you're one of those people that I don't need a mic to talk to somebody, but it's like, it's fucked up to me. I kind of have to schedule something with somebody just to have a deep conversation. Like, I can't just go and talk to people anymore, because it's like, oh, I can't, I don't have time for you, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this.
Yeah,
like,
I'm a little guilty of that. Sometimes you come over and maybe I put the video game in front of you a little bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, for sure.
I
mean, but, dude, like, don't get me wrong, I definitely play my fair share of video games. I definitely do my fair share of watching movies and, like, sitting on social medias and stuff. But, like, for the most part, like, man, like, for me, nothing gets me harder, like, not to be funny or nothing, but nothing gets me going more than, like, literally having a conversation with somebody, man. Like, I like seeing what other people are going through and, like, what intrigues them. Like, I hate to use the word all the time, but it's literally the perfect word for this podcast, because it's literally, like, man, I live my life every day off the shit that I'm intrigued by and the shit that I find fascinating. Like, if it wasn't for that shit, I don't know where I'd be in life right now, man. I like questioning things, so... But, dude, like, so, alright, real quick, not to, like, transition into this, but I just know it's a beautiful topic for you and I both to talk about, because, I mean, we're both advocate players and everything, but, dude, this motherfucking divorce rating and everything going up because of Fortnite, and I know you had I know we were looking it up right before we were recording.
I just seen a statistic that says, this is according to an online website, 5% of all divorces of this last year is caused by one reason. 5%. So that's roughly a little over 200. One
Crazy.
reason. You know what that reason is?
Well, clearly I know why, but let everybody else know.
Because of Fortnite, people. Fortnite is causing divorce.
Let's get this clear real quick. And it's not just like video games in general. It's literally the game Fortnite being name dropped in every single one of these cases. And bro, this shit makes me laugh. I can't, let me hear, I just want to, because you're married, I can't speak, like, honestly, I cannot speak at all. I'm in a relationship.
My wife hates Fortnite.
Oh yeah, I mean, I believe it.
She hates it. But the reason why she doesn't hate me playing it is because I prioritize my time.
Which, I mean, is everybody's biggest, I feel like, dude, the older we get, I feel like I'm always hearing myself say, like, oh, there's not enough hours in the day, so, dude, I play... Every once in a while, I'll play some Fortnite. Like, don't get me wrong, I've definitely... Wintertime, we play heavy and stuff, but, like... Dude, could you imagine... Let me hear it.
Okay. 38% of all Fortnite players, right? So, there's 125 million people who have claimed to have played Fortnite. So, 38% claim to play more than 11 hours a week.
Dude, yeah, this is what we say. That's more than fucking hour and a half a day. A little less, maybe, but...
We're talking over 40 plus hours a month. That's 38% of people. Now within that 38%, imagine people who play 16 hours a week, 20 hours a week, 30 hours a week.
Dude, if not, dude. Okay, so here's where I'm getting like flabbergasted. Like, I know I'm only 24 years old, about to be 25 this year. Like, I get it. Like, I'm young still. But dude, when we were growing up, my number one punishment was I had to go outside if I was playing video games. Like, that's, like, literally, like, dude, we would get yelled at for playing video games.
Oh, and that's, we're
like, grounded. We get grounded for weeks. That'd be the number one thing we get taken away from us in video games. Like,
this is grown men. You know, the majority of these people taking, I know surveys, you usually got to be over 18 to take a survey. This is grown men we're talking about playing this game. Now imagine what kids are doing playing the game. You know what I mean? How it's affecting them and their schooling and like how they are looking at things and how they are planning like goals. Because when you're playing Fortnite, you don't have goals. Your goal is just to win. You don't have any other life goal other than just win Fortnite.
Okay, so like here's my thing, because like just as much as I find this absolutely comical as fuck for this even being a stat out there, like the whole divorce rate. Yeah, so
I started mowing over here.
Yeah, this dude's the worst. But like other than the fact that like the divorce rate of that going up just because, or at least it being 5%, especially in the UK, I think it was. But anyway, like it's sad, man, because it's like these kids are literally like they're living their entire childhood. The things that you and I, like the things when we look back, our favorite moments in our life is like going outside, running around with kids. Like their memories are only going to be video games, dude. Like, and I get it. Like, it's probably going to make us a lot smarter, like in our future. Like, especially when it's come, like everything's going to just be computers and everything's electronic. So it's like, yeah, I get it. It might be better for the long run, but it's like at the same time, I feel bad for these kids. Like we said, man, our social skills are going down, but it's like our brains are going up, and it's kind of sad, bro, because, like, you know, and then for me as a future parent, you're a parent already, you're current, but, like, for me as a future parent, hopefully, it's like I'm sitting here, like, looking, like, yeah, I could tell you to your face, like, yeah, I'm going to make sure my kid doesn't play video games, he's going to be outside having fun, but at the same time, if, like, you can't just make your kid the outcast and make him the weirdo in the grade,
yeah,
because, like, just because you don't want him to do that, like, that's where it's fucked up. It's like it's almost inevitable. Like, we're gonna have to kind of let our kids do that shit, probably.
Well, see, I think that's where it starts too, Steve. Is like maybe my parents let me play too many games. You know what I mean? And now because of that, I'll let my kids play too many games. And so it comes to a point to where being on a game, or like you said, just even if it's not a game, even if it's some type of online, you know, something virtual.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If that's going to be the majority of your time, then that's eventually how we're going to live as a society. Like, it's going to be a virtual society. And it's kind of scary to think about because we won't be here to see it when it fully goes to that. But, like, all I can say is being a parent, I'm going to make sure I'll let my kids play video games. That's fine. Play video games. But you're going to understand that there's other things that are more important in life. And when it's time to put the controller down or put your phone down or get off of, log out of that Facebook, that you understand that you have to do those things.
So here's, real quick, I kind of wanted to add this in there because I think this is the funniest thing of it all. So, like, when you and I were on our way to do this, we were talking about how there's actual parents now that are paying for, like, tutors for video games. And,
I didn't even think about that till you said
this is where this just gets hilarious to me because it's like I said, I had parents. I can only speak for myself, my past and shit. So like I have parents who literally look at the exact opposite. Like if I was on a video game instead of getting homework done, grounded. Like if your friends are outside and you're playing video games, you're outside. You're not allowed playing video games. Like get your ass out there.
Right.
So like for me to hear. There are people out there, there are families out there paying, dude, and let's be real, I bet you these, especially when it comes to Fortnite, is how popular it is right now, they're probably paying buku bucks to get
I can only imagine.
Just a little bit more
Tommy,
talented, man.
Little Tommy's upset because he's losing in Fortnite. You're telling me that you're going to go to work and bust your butt, make money, to come pay somebody to teach your kid how to get mad and scream at the TV?
Like, what the
video
fuck?
games? Like, come on. That's a joke. That's when I seen that, the first thing I thought, the first thing I thought was, Steve, when I saw that,
what?
I thought, I'm about to post a Craigslist ad, and I'm about to sucker in some of these parents. I'm about to get rich real fast.
Well, I was going to say, for people,
little Tommy how to play Fortnite.
For people who don't know, like, I mean, you're always going to hear people, if you hear a guy or a girl say, hey, I play Fortnite, 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell you the shit, or they're the shit. Let me tell you what, this man right next to me is JW right here, man. He's, honestly, I can't even front with you guys, like, hands down greatest Fortnite player I've ever seen in person. And I've played my fair share of time in Fortnite. But, like, let me be real, my man. Like, you're talented. Like, honestly, is that shit, if I'm being real with you, man, that might be a career for you to start taking off in. Because, really, you're getting paid. You get to literally get to do what you love already, play video games. And you get to just teach these kids. Or even adults, who knows who's going to pay? Like, just they'll pay you just to help them in a game that you already
play. As long as it's not, intervening with my family life.
Well, of course, you always have to work that out.
I wouldn't mind it, honestly. I wouldn't mind it. Not the end goal, though, definitely.
Oh, no, definitely not. I'm just saying, for right now, just to add some extra money, Like, 'cause let's be real, it's
that'd
like,
be
if
great.
you're talented,
All right, here it is. Then anybody out there who's got kids, you want to teach them Fortnite, or even you yourself, even if you're the parent, you want to learn how to play with your kid. I can do that too.
and man, this is the other.
$100 an hour. I mean, fair rate.
All right, well, here's the other question that I have for you. Because, like, for me personally, if you're asking me my take on this whole Fortnite thing and this epidemic of kids just taking over and it's ruining divorce rates and all this shit, like, truly, I mean, I can't talk too much because it's me being hypocritical as fuck because I do play Fortnite. But like you said, it's all about time managing and everything. So it's like I definitely take care of mine. But, like, to see where we're going, it's like, yeah, I definitely don't like where we're going. But, like, at the same time, man, at the other end, you're looking at somebody like Ninja, who everybody knows of, the greatest player. I hate to always bring him up, but he's making the most money known right now. Like, what, half a million a month?
Yeah, but you got to understand, he is probably one of only. Man, he's making more money than anybody. Like that.
Well, of course. Oh, yeah, that's the
leader in the category.
That's the top. That's LeBron of the video game world
right
now.
And he's not even touching something like that. Like, the problem is with that is that it's almost setting unrealistic goals for kids.
That's true.
And it's making a lot of younger kids think like that's how I'm going to make my living. But yeah, I understand something. It's like there's not right now. It's just not the time to where those top guys are making enough money to live, but they're not making, you know, I mean, like something that's literally going to set up their family for the rest of their life.
Oh no,
I
feel you 100%. It's going to be hard, but like at the same time though, it's like people were always saying that before Ninja ever came along. Video games are never going to get you money, and look what he's doing. Like, what if he's the pioneer right now? What if he's setting the path for all this?
Oh no, yeah, I can see it coming eventually, but I don't think that's right now. You know what I mean? That's going to be past our time. You know what I mean? When
for sure, but it's definitely. I feel like it's coming. Like, let's be real, man. Like, not to just bring the NFL in real quick, but like, just how drastically, just in the last few years, how drastically the rules have been changing. And now it's almost like we got to play two-hand tap, or even play football with the quarterbacks. Like, bro, I made a statement last year that I think in the next 50 years the NFL might not even be a thing anymore, just because of how crazy it's getting and the CTE's coming out.
Oh, the NFL's terrible. Yeah,
everything's coming out, man. Like, we're slowly getting more away from sports and being active to sitting on our asses, becoming video gamers. Like, dude, I'm telling you, it might take over.
Why can't we just have our youth go back to being doctors?
I wish we could.
Teach them how to be doctors. Teach them how to be, you know what I mean, teachers and things that are like, you know, are actually benefiting us. Like.
But here's the thing at the end of the day, though, my man. This is what I always tell myself. Like, do you want to be just like everybody else at that point in time? Like, are we all going to want to be that? Like, dude, that's the cool thing. That is the great thing about where we're living now. It's never been a better time in your life to be whatever the fuck you want to be.
Yeah, see, and that's okay. Like, but you got to understand, like, if you're doing something, like, if you're trying to make it a career for yourself, like, you're to establish yourself, and let's say it's video games, like, you gotta understand yourself. Like, I have a potential for this. I'm that good. You know
yeah, no, I do. No, I feel you.
You can't just think like, oh, this is easy. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not easy.
No, nothing's easy. Nothing ever comes easy.
And I just think it's like I said, with the whole everything going virtual, it's making people. It's easy, right? That's easier. So it's so many people are trying to do it in such a large mass. You know what I mean? At a time is what it's happening, and it's not the you know, the availability of like people to make themselves from that is just not there right now. Like, you know what I mean? So like, that's the way I look at it. Is like, which is why people aren't getting divorced because of Fortnite, and kids are failing school and like things like that just because of a video game.
It's just crazy, bro. Like. I don't know if this is the we talking, but like
everybody's taking the easy way out.
Bro, I sit back and just laugh at shit that I hear all the time nowadays, like where we're going. Like, bro, I remember, man, it's not as drastic, but like, bro, I remember like parents getting in fights over their dad getting caught watching porn. Like, now we're at a point in time where there's divorces over a fucking video game. Like, look, I get that there's definitely at a time for the girls. Like, hey, if your guy's a bum and he ain't doing nothing but playing video games, yeah, of course. But at the same, like, dude, it's crazy. Like, how many of those divorces do you think those guys are actually pure bums? Like, how many of them do you think actually have jobs and support who the hell is divorcing them, you know?
Oh, I'm sure they could, but
I'm sure there's a couple of them.
Prioritizing, though. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess you just got to look. Okay, first of all, if you're the person playing Fortnite, and if you would rather play Fortnite instead of spending time with your loved one or your significant other, then you got to look yourself in the mirror and go, hey man, this might not be the girl or this might not be the man that I'm actually with, because damn, I want to play a video game more than hang out with them. Like, come on, and that's my thing, bro. Here's my thing. This is how we go back to the whole fucking.
You're defending people who almost have an addiction.
Lucky, not really, but no. Here's my thing, like, dude, like. This is where this is what my whole thing is getting at, man. Like, we all try to just live our lives instead of making our relationships that perfect relationship. We're all making it look like that by just posting pictures and shit. And that's what happens in the real life shit. Yeah, because I guarantee you those people that just got a divorce over Fortnite, I guarantee you at least a couple of them are on Facebook a week before that or on Instagram or something with a beautiful picture going, oh, so happy, like, love this person, Like, I guarantee that, dude, people just aren't real anymore, man.
So you're saying people need to talk?
That's always
people
been my
need
thing.
To
That's always been my thing, bro. Like,
people,
if it's not over a text or if it's not over a phone call, it's
real communication.
Yeah, like, dude, man, I hate that shit too. Because how many arguments have ever started for you over text?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Because you can't hear somebody's emotion. You can't hear the way they're saying it. Like, that's the shit that pisses me off. Because it's like, bro, you have no idea how many arguments. I'm sure there's people out here right now that have been in way more arguments with me or than me because of, like, just the way people take certain texts. Because, like, dude, I'm a real blunt person, and, like, I'm also a really fucking big jokester. Like, I laugh all the fucking time. I joke all the damn time. Like, a lot of the things I say, though, like, if it's not in person and you can't hear it, like, yeah, it's gonna come off wrong. So it's like that's why I hate texting, bro. Like, I really do. It's nice every once in a while to be like, hey, I know you're home, all right, or if it's like. Or if you're ever in that crazy fucking scenario like Taken, where she probably should have texted her dad instead of called her because maybe she would have not got caught. But that's my opinion. Like, it's a joke. But anyway, like, dude, like, seriously, man, we need to.
I will find you. I will kill you.
Like, come on now. You got your daughter taken because you had to call her. Like, text her ass. Like, that's one of them points that I got. But other than that, like, bro,
that's the only time
I don't want to talk to you. Like, bro, that's the other thing that makes, like, I'm acting like I've been in a relationship forever. But, like, bro, just me being around my friends and seeing their relationships and being in the past relationships I have been in, bro. Like, dude, a lot of them end because of that shit, bro. Like, because of the fact that, oh my god, this dude, the only time that we never have anything to talk about when we hang out. Well, it's probably because you're texting literally every second of the day that you're not with each other, and then every time you're with each other, it's like, what the fuck is there to talk about? Because I literally have been texting you all fucking day about what you're doing. I can't go, hey, how was your day? Because I already know that you went and got your nails did, and I already know what the girl said behind the counter that pissed you off. Like, that shit, like, dude, it's like, man, like, I don't like, even with my friends too, like, it's not even in a relationship level either. Like, I don't want to text you, bro. I don't want to talk to you all the time because it's like, bro, what the fuck are we going to talk about when we hang out? Like, what made it so dope as a kid when we were growing up, man, is like, dude, when
you couldn't wait to tell your friends what happened over the weekend.
You were getting hyped about telling this story to your friends.
You couldn't wait to tell people
and then you had to wait, and your friends had to wait, and you got a genuine reaction. You're not just texting your friends just because you have to get it out, and you're not getting that. And, like, half the time if you tell those people that thing over text, like, it's not even the full story. We get it fucked up. Like, there's no emotion in it. Like, we just don't give a fuck. At least for me, I don't give a fuck about reading a fucking paragraph. I'd much rather tell you to your face or hear from you. But, dude, like, I don't know, man. It's just, from my experience, it's just all that I deal with anymore, man.
You want us problem solve right now, Steve?
I don't want to problem solve because I can't problem solve. I just got to live my life, man.
Do you want to analyze something and think maybe there's an easier resort? Yeah, I mean, easier way to solve the problem. Like, okay, let's say you want to divorce your partner over somebody playing a game too much or being on social media too much, or they just aren't giving you enough attention. What are you supposed to do about it? Go ahead.
Bro, if it's me, I'm just going to fucking tell you. Like, hey,
you
motherfucker. Like,
there it is.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
Real communication.
But people, bro,
That's
here's
it.
the other thing. Like, it's even my friends. I can truly speak that I know there are people out here like this. Like, bro, they will be so pissed with their significant other or, like, even a friend, and while they're with them, they won't say a damn fucking thing. But as soon as they leave the room, they're bitching to me. Like, oh, my God, bro, this bitch pisses me off. She does this. Dude. Talk to her. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, yeah, I'm here for you as a friend. I'm gonna hear you out, and I'm gonna give you my opinion. But this has nothing to do with me. Talk to her, like or him.
To my knowledge, we are the only creature on this planet with spoken communication and the ability to write, and written, spoken, verbal, even though like apes
are, but they're us in
you know
a
what I'm
way.
saying?
So, like,
but like we have an advancement in communication, don't we?
No, definitely. Hell yeah.
So why are we using it, man?
We do it in the wrong ways.
Why are we
doing
using
the wrong ways?
Why are we
bro?
using it when it's tainted and you know what I mean? It's not the full. You can't catch the mood. You know what I mean? Why are we using it?
It's a damn fucking shame, bro.
It's a shame, dude.
I tell myself all the time, like I always kind of make fun of people when I hear it, but like I really fucking feel you at the same time. It's like when people say like, oh, I'm not meant, like I wasn't meant to live in this era. Like I should have lived somewhere else. Like
right.
I really feel like I got like a 70s, like 80s soul, bro. Like I really wish I'd have got to grow up back then, like our parents, man, because that was when shit was genuine, dog. Like, even way before then, I would have gladly lived in the 30s or 20s, whatever. Like, I know people were dying from diarrhea and shit back then because that we didn't have everything we got now. But it's like just the fact that we were just so fucking genuine and we talked to people. And, like, guess what? If you were going to meet somebody, you were supposed to meet them because that's how you met them. Like,
I know exactly what
dude,
you're saying.
But it's just sad that we don't get to live that time anymore, bro. Like, we do, but at the same time, it's only very few of us. And if you're somebody like that, I fucking love you. And that's just somebody like me. That's who I vibe with. But like, bro, that's why I don't go to the bars, bro. I can't stand. Cause we all stand in our different corners, bro.
Here's what I gotta say.
Let me hear.
You have some success stories, like, you know what I mean, like Mark Zuckerberg and all these people, yada yada yada. Okay, right. But how long, like, social media and like online and things like that, like communicating in that way, has only been around for how long? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So like, think about all of the companies that are in business right now, making like the really big bucks. Like they've been in business a little bit longer than I would say. So in the internet, even right. So like think about it in that way. Like look at the people who are, I guess, being more productive. We'll say that. We'll say they're being more productive. It doesn't make them better. I'm not saying that, but more productive, right?
But that's like we want to.
They didn't have that at all. They didn't have that at all.
No,
they didn't have.
True.
I feel like we look at what we're doing to be so productive, and in a way it is productive, but it's not being a productive human for your, we'll call it soulless productivity. That's what it is. It's soulless.
True.
You know?
I'm happy you bring this up, bro, because, like, look, man, I feel like, especially these last couple of years, man, I've really starting to realize, like, how important it is to have, a strong mental, standpoint on life, and just making sure that you're good, because like, dude, you're hearing it all the time, bro. People are dealing with depression more than ever. Like, I don't know if that's just because we have social media and everybody has a way to get their word out, but it's like, bro, like, man, like it's like we were talking about, being doctors and all this shit. Like, dude, like, if you're not happy with that life, like, why live it, man? Like, your life, if you're not happy, what is it? Truly, what is life if you're not happy? You're seeing all these people nowadays take their lives or bury themselves in drugs trying to find this certain thing that's what I'm saying, like this thing that everybody's trying to find in a relationship and this thing everybody's looking for at the end of the day. It's like, this thing doesn't exist. We're making these things up. Like, it's up to you to make it. Like Kobe Bryant has one of my favorite quotes ever of all time. It was at his Jersey retirement thing where he was talking to his daughters and he was saying about how the journey's amazing and everything. But his number one thing is, like, you're living in it now. Like, all those success moments and all those things, that's now. That's the things you're going through. Like, the things that you're chasing, that's the shit you're going through now. And that's, dude, ever since I heard that, I was like, that drives me every single day, Like, it's like, yeah, we could sit here and lie every day and, use excuses and, put all the blame on other people, but who's that hurting at the end of the day? That's only hurting yourself, Like, I learned, dude, tough pills, I had to learn how to swallow pills, bro. Not like really, but I'm like saying, like, they're tough pills to swallow.
Tough pills to swallow. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to learn, because there's down moments in life, man. You're gonna get down. Like, if you don't learn how to get over that and learn how to become a truly happy person, then all this shit that you're doing for your kids, the family that you hope to have one day, the shit that you're doing now, it just doesn't fucking matter, man. Like, you'll never put your all into it because you're not happy. Like, you truly. We get caught up in, like, especially money. I feel like money gets us caught up into a lot of things too, bro. Like, the number one stressor to everybody that I know has to do with money, man. Like, it's fucked up. Like, we just have these things, like these crutches on us that we almost allow ourselves to use, And it's like we like to I don't know, we just like to use excuses, and I hate to I don't like to focus on other people, but while we're talking, we just got it open, like, that's just the shit that drives me nuts, man. It's like, that's why I fuck with you. You're somebody who sees that. You're somebody who, you know, takes priority, you know, you do your thing. You make sure everything is done. You don't look to anybody else to help you out, you know, like, we all have our friends, and we all have those people in life that are there for us and stuff, but, like, we never like to use them until, like, you know, but, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you're somebody who doesn't look for all that shit. You don't use excuses. You're somebody who doesn't blame shit on other people, you know? Like, that's why.
Because I'm a real person.
Exactly.
And I take responsibility for myself.
And there's not too many of them out there, man. We see it all the time. People are saying it in songs. People are posting on their Instagrams or Facebooks or Twitters, like, oh, people just ain't real no more. Everybody's fake.
You can tell when somebody... See, for me, I'm not on social media.
I just got back on it, so it's like that's what I'm seeing now.
Which I have nothing against it, but it's not. I mean, I shouldn't say that. There's some things I see wrong with it, but I don't disrespect or like judge anybody who's using it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
it's completely cool.
Oh, yeah.
But for me, it doesn't work for me, and I feel like personally because I'm not on social media, I'm able to be more of my own person. You know what I mean?
Dude,
so like I'm more confident in myself, and I do the things I need to do.
Preach it, bro. I literally went, I think 6 years without a Facebook or something like that, and then like every here and there I'd have an Instagram just because I travel a lot. I like to post pictures, and because I switch phones all the time. But like, other than that, I don't really like get on it ever for years, and I just got back onto it. But like you're saying, man, it's like. It's really nice to not give a fuck about what other people think about you. Because, like, on social media, I feel like that was always the number one thing, especially growing up. Like you said, you and I, like, our generation grew up with Facebook pretty much mainly through high school. Like, high school almost never ended because you were in, you know, everybody was on Facebook too, you know, like, you're always hearing that drama. So it's like you're always posting, you know, like, oh, shit, I wonder what these people are thinking about me. Or, oh, I wonder what this person thinks about me. Or, like, the crush that you have. It's like, oh, I wonder what this girl thinks, you know. And it's like you're always looking into what all these other people think as well, and it's just like it's very easy to get clouded and not realize that like, oh shit, like I'm not living my life. I'm caught up on this Facebook, on this Instagram, on this shit that's just taking over. Like, dude, I saw this crazy stat. The reason that I deleted everything and went to a flip phone for a while was the fact that I saw this crazy thing that the average person checks their Facebook like 330 times a day or some shit like that. And then Instagram was like another 100 and something, and not to mention Snapchats and Twitters and stuff, and that shit blew my fucking mind, bro.
Imagine if you're a parent and you're doing that, like that's.
Well, dude, look at all these people having kids already that are our age, because I feel like everybody's getting married and having kids now. Like, dude, those people are these people living just constantly on shit. Like, I feel you, bro. I do. I feel what you're about to say. I don't know. Oh, I think the pen got him.
I'm starting to feel some type of way.
Dude, okay, first of all, I kind of want to talk about these pens real quick, bro, just because like they're taking over the world.
This is going to be our ending.
Are we ending it here then? This is my end here.
Yeah,
you're right.
We'll touch on it.
I'm about to get some lunch, but
we talked about being so far we talked about, you know what I mean, like being responsible. Taking you know, responsibility for yourself. Communicate, real communication. Be a real person. Communicate.
Yeah, don't be these fuckers on Fortnite getting divorced. Like, Jesus.
Right.
Like, this man right here, he plays his Fortnite. He'll play his Fortnite, but he's got a happy wife, happy.
I mean, granted, it hasn't been that long, so maybe I'm just, you know, being a little optimistic, but no, I'm just kidding. It's great. It's been great so far. But you know what? I have things that I do that help me, you know, because I do get stressed still, but there's things to help.
Oh, dude, yeah, that stress will never go away, my man. Like, there's always going to be things that are going to make you stressed or maybe at least make you down a little bit, but it's, yeah, dude, I feel you 100%.
Well, you know what helps me, Steve? Why don't you take a good guess?
Are you about to say Fortnite?
No. No Fortnite.
Let me hear it. No, you tell me. I want to hear it from you.
To be honest, man, these carts right here, dude.
Dude, I'm hearing these wax pens are helping people out tremendously.
They're a really good, quick, easy way to just, you know what I mean?
Just calm the body.
Cool the jets, dude.
I was gonna say.
Just cool the jets.
Bro, anybody out there listening to this shit, is there anything better than getting a hard workout in the morning, or like getting your shit done, like cleaning your house, do whatever the fuck you
Getting
do.
everything
Getting your
you gotta
things
get done.
that
Be
you gotta get done.
Right.
And then smoking a blunt or smoking a bowl or even hitting these pans, like anything. Like, is there anything better than just chilling? Ultimate, like, relaxation. Get your mind right. Like, hey, I don't give a fuck about anything. Because, dude, I was the last podcast I had. It was funny. We were talking about how, like, you could be so pissed at somebody, and, like, somebody could just rub you the wrong way. They could be, like, your girlfriend, your kid, like, anything. Anybody that, like, can get to you, you know, that knows how to get to you. And, like, or even at work, like, your boss pissing you off. And it's like, you sit there and you're bitching to your friend you're about to smoke with, and then within 5 minutes, you're like, what was I bitching about? Like, it's like the realest
completely
thing.
forget why
it's
I'm
the
mad.
realest, man. Like, that's always my number one thing. It's like, if you're pissed off, like, especially as a dude, like, one, you're either going to jerk off, and I guarantee you anything you were pissed about before, it ain't even a fucking thing, or smoke. Just literally smoke.
Good old fat.
Just, yeah, the old,
The
you
good old
can't,
fat.
I'm not even trying to be dirty here or funny, like, literally, you can't go wrong with a nice fat stash, like,
Hey, women, girls can do it too. Women,
bro, fuck
ladies,
yeah,
girls,
getting
whatever.
off, like, that's, dude, Joe Rogan had this funny, like, not to always mention Joe Rogan, I feel like, because, I mean, he makes a good podcast, and he's a hella funny comedian, but, like, bro, he had the funniest joke that, like, I always thought it was a joke, but, like, then I saw that he had one, like, way before I even thought about it, back in, like, the early 2000s. He always said, like, man, if you're ever questioning about, like, going on a date with a girl that you're iffy about, he's like, man, I promise you, if you jerk off before, you're going to come out with a clear mind, and you're going to realize, like, no,
exactly.
I'm either not going to want to go with her, or, yeah, okay, I'm going to,
fair enough.
See,
Fair enough.
that shit's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, that's what I think, like, you know what I mean? Just being able to find the chill pill. There you go.
Yeah.
Gotta find the chill pill.
So that's today. The chill pill is either jerking off or smoking, or both. And then, let me tell you what,
But as long as you're getting your stuff done, that's what
yeah,
matters.
for sure. That's the
You
number
can't
one
just
thing.
be chilling too much.
No, hell no.
Don't be chilling too much.
You see people like that all the time, bro. Get caught up and just fucking smoking all day and just being too damn chill. But again, those are those motherfuckers on Fortnite getting divorced.
My lady, she just asked me to get her nails done. You know, and she's got to get the nails done, the hair did, everything.
Look at that. So let's get you out of here, then, my man.
But no, that's a good reason. I'm
That's
gonna
hilarious.
hit the 10. I'm
That's
gonna hit
hilarious.
the 10 and not think about how much money she's about to drop there. So like,
I was gonna say, I think it's kind of funny how I used that as an example earlier. Like, I already know you went to the nail salon. I already know what you said. Like, and your girl's about to go get her nails did. It's kind of funny. See, I know you women. Just kidding, not really. That's my problem with you. I don't know you at all.
we love you.
Seriously, without you, what are we, right?
Hey Steve, I just want to make a shout out.
Go ahead, bro.
I want to shout out my man Steve.
What's up? Thank you, sir.
Steve is a good dude, and man, you make it really easy to come here and to say what I need to say. You know what I mean?
Dude, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
the
I appreciate you being a good friend.
Are you trying to make me cry right now?
No, man, but I just
No,
want to
I'm gonna keep it nice
I just
and
want to
sweet.
let you know that, you know,
Dude, I'm mad
this
love you,
is
my
a lot
man.
of fun.
Seriously.
This is a lot of fun.
Anytime you want to come on, man. Anytime you want to just be a part of it, chill in the room, let me know, man. Seriously, thank you. Thank you for being an inspiration to me, man, for real. I had to have you on. You're one of the first people I thought of. I've been talking to you about it for a while though too, so.
This is great.
All right, and I just want to say something too. I don't know, you can always shout out your Twitch and everything. He's got, I don't know if you want to or not. You don't even have to.
You know what? We'll shout it out there.
Go ahead, do it.
You wanna learn a little bit of Fortnite tips? You wanna
I was
watch?
gonna say, if not just to make fun of people that are getting divorced and shit, like there are people out here that play, like every single person I know plays Fortnite. So if you seriously want to watch a good ass person that's not just ninja and just sitting there and just doing the same shit.
You know,
he's a dog. Don't get me wrong.
We just play the game the way we think it should be played. You know.
Real quick, how many squad dubs do you have right now?
Oh, squad.
Last time I heard it was over 700, and let me tell you what, that's like 7 times more than I have at all.
Total. I'm 3 shy of 800 total wins.
Okay.
Squad we're almost 600 squads.
Damn, bro. Damn.
We about 20.
So I got the total.
About a 22
total,
or 23% win ratio.
I was gonna say I cracked maybe 100, but I play most of mine are solos, as you know. Solo Steve out here running shit.
But yeah, Twitch at Smurfington.
There you go.
SMERFINGTON Smurfington.
There you go.
To watch me and my buddies get it.
Sometimes you might catch me on there. Who knows?
Might even catch Steve on there.
You never know. You never know which account I'll be using. But alright, my man. Hey, thanks for coming on. Seriously, it's a pleasure. This was a great one. Just love chilling at the park, getting a good conversation in. So, guys, real quick, I got some things coming. I'm getting this foundation going that I'm really thinking about starting. I'm pretty much starting. I already got a logo and everything. It's just I can't announce too many things yet because I don't want people taking this motherfucking idea, and I got to do some research because it's a pretty big one. I really gotta get my shit right and play it. But seriously, thank you guys. Hopefully you guys are listening to this. It's a total pleasure if you are. If not, it's cool. Again, we're pretty much on everything. Sorry for the last couple of months or whatever. Like I said, my cousin has decided he has a lot on his plate and he cannot do this anymore. So it's a big reason it's just me now. But we're gonna be pushing the guests a lot. I already got a few lined up. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm soon to get an Instagram for this and everything. It'll be going. I'll shout this out probably next podcast. But seriously, thank you guys. It's been Intrigue Podcast, episode 13 on September 28th, and you guys have a good one.